doing what needs to be done. So maybe to look at that is maybe to ditch that list and just think of the top of the head, like, what are 5 things that I need to do today? And write those things down and do them. And tomorrow you can think about, what are 5 things I need to do today? Because writing down 100 is going to just make you totally drained and think, I can't do this.
Yeah, I've got 223 items on my list.
No, that is like too many. I stick to 5. 5 a day can be manageable. But I think to get rid of that list, I think that list is destroying you.
Look, yeah. There's this saying, and I must read it. Estelle, this saying is absolutely for you. I read it earlier today. It was beautiful. Mignon McLaughlin, who wrote the Neurotics Notebook, said, don't fool yourself that important things can be put off till tomorrow. They can be put off forever or not at all. And I just love that, because some of those things on that list, Estelle, you can just cross off. Just let them go, because you're never going to get to 220 things. But I also understand. So maybe that's what it is. If you need a longer list, that's fine. But take 5 of them off and put them in your diary every day. Okay?
Definitely. And I think that's the thing when it comes to motivation, is that the reality of it is when we've got to do something, like let's say that example earlier, tax return. Now we need to do a tax return. To put it off is actually some form of reinforcement. It's negative reinforcement. It's taking away a bad feeling of having to do hard work.
Right.
And that's the problem, why it becomes a habit. But we don't realize that once we've done it, it's positive reinforcement. After that, the rewards are so much higher than putting it off.
Okay. So, yes. All right. So it's almost like a double picture. Positive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel in Milnerton, hi.
Hi, okay, I just want to disagree with, or just look at a different angle. Time is not money. Time can never be money or measured with money. Money comes, money goes. Time gone, never repeated. Now, what I'm trying to say, and maybe we'll end it with it, the most precious 2 things in life is health and time. Time you can never retrieve, and health, okay, you're only gifted if you got it, and be happy that you got it. Otherwise, you're in hell.
So once you've lost your time, it's gone forever.
Yeah.
So while you're wasting that time, you're coming up with things to do with your time, which you really don't need to do, because you're trying not to do something. You're losing time you'll never get back. Daniel, thank you very much. Lovely. Garth, hi.
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 I totally agree with the, you have to do things in very small bite sizes. You need to set a goal. Like I set a goal in November that I wanted to lose weight. So, I mean, it's a very open-minded, broader goal. So what do you have to do? I said, okay, let's stop eating sweets. And then I stopped eating sweets, and then I stopped doing this. And I just did little things at a time. Today I've lost 48 kilograms just on understanding. Sure. Yeah, I mean, and you know, everybody says, wow, who are you? You know, you look like somebody totally different and whatever. And obviously that helps with your motivation. But the beginning, you've got to start small. You know, a lot of people think, okay, you know, I want to lose 50 kilograms, and they start, and then they first day they get on the scale and they've lost like nothing. And then they get demotivated. So I looked at it totally different. I thought, you know, if you just start small and you lose 1 kilogram a week or whatever, it will work. And I ended up losing 12 kilograms the first month by just not doing, you know, stupid things, not eating sweets, not eating bread at the wrong time, whatever. Okay. And then after that, everything changed in my life. I mean, if I start a task, I just do it. I mean, there's no like putting it off. If I want to do something, I want to write a memo, I want to do something, I just sit down and do it, because I know that, you know, at the end of the day, there's nothing better than just doing it now.
That's the positive reinforcement that you were talking about.
Yeah. Definitely. Brilliant example.
It is. It's perfect. Garth, congratulations, really, on all of those things. So make your goals, and this is what we need to talk about, is getting it right. Make your goals achievable. That way, especially if you and don't undershoot, but if you overshoot, you feel great.
Yeah. I think so. It's breaking it up into when, where, and how.
Okay.
To be specific about the time. What I'd love people to do also is to forgive yourself about procrastinating. Stop beating yourself up for procrastinating, because that is making you procrastinate more. So forget about it. Yes, I should have done this, I should have done that, if only. Forget about it. That's your secondary disturbance that's stopping you from overcoming your procrastination. So start afresh. Start from tonight, that I'm not going to procrastinate. I'm going to be more aware of when I'm procrastinating, set more specific goals, commit to those goals, and be persistent.
Okay. So one of the reasons we procrastinate is actually because we're so busy beating ourselves up from our last procrastination, right? Yeah. No, I hear you. So we're going to stop beating ourselves up. So we're going to get a new attitude. We're going to believe in ourselves because the fear that you were talking about. And that's the thing is, I do need to do it perfectly. I need to make sure that I've got all the information.
But think about the worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario studying for an exam? I'm going to fail it.
Yeah.
And then what? I have to rewrite it. And then what? Maybe my dad or my mom will be cross with me. And then what? No, well then it's fine. So we always have this worst case scenario that we're fearful of, but we don't think through, can we survive it? And we can survive the worst case scenario. Then you're going to feel less anxious. Worst case scenario, maybe it's not your best piece of work, but you can always improve on it.
Work out the what, when, and how.
Yes.
Done. Love it. Well, Nicky, if you're leaving us with one thought, something that we should take away, what would it be?
I think when it comes to procrastination, as I said earlier, stop beating yourself up over it. Recognize whether it's a fear of failure or if it just feels too hard is why you're procrastinating. Set yourself goals and follow through on those goals. Recognize that positive reinforcement at the end of it is going to be far more rewarding than that negative reinforcement in the beginning.
Just realize that hanging on to these things is tiring.
Yeah, exhausting.
It is exhausting. It'll be so much better if we don't. Listen to this one. I decided not to procrastinate and wash the dishes tonight instead of tomorrow morning.
Oh, fantastic.
And now they're all done. Love the show and welcome to Cape Town. Love Erica. Thank you, Erica. It's great to be here and congratulations. One convert.
Great.
It's the beginning of great things for all of us. Erica, don't fall off the bandwagon. And now we're relying on you. Nicky Abdinor is our clinical psychologist who's been in studio. Lovely to have you with us, Nicky. Thank you so much for your time this evening.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was great fun.
Bad Habits Month. They're all available as podcasts. If you have bad habits, I suggest you go and find the one that applies to you. From me, Lee Benny, have a wonderful evening. What's left of it, it's 9 o'clock.